Hey guys, welcome back. This is a February 8th, 2019 stream, and we had some technical difficulties. The main camera is not working, unfortunately. I eventually broke down and raised my desk about 3 inches, and I had everything unhooked, and it didn't go back all together as planned. So, yeah, I'll work on that. Probably this weekend. But anyway, so weekly recap since the last stream. Well, a couple streams back. We lost power on Friday night, last Friday. Fortunately, I was able to get the generator up and running in time. That was exciting. It was about 9 degrees outside. It was pretty cold. But I had the generator up and running in about 10 minutes with about 10 minutes to spare. So, most people didn't see any interruption. So, that was good. The Super Bowl. Let's see. Was that last week? Time gets away from me sometimes, I swear. Yeah, February 3rd. So we had about 1,000 people, or just under 1,000 people betting on the Super Bowl. The Rams versus the Patriots. It wasn't a very terribly interesting game. Patriots won. But in total there were 290 million. Gil was placed. Bets were placed, which was much higher than I expected. People just kept trying to one-up each other. So that was exciting, and we'll hopefully do more events like that in the future. What was it? I just nicked myself. Now I'm bleeding it. But big announcement. I'll get to that in a little bit. I want to get to a couple Q&A questions real quick. I'm going to split this. I'm going to do a 2-part. Split the Q&A questions into 2 parts. Is it okay to get to Whitegate access on our mules so that we can get the Mog Locker on it? Yes and no. So mules are limited to city zones only. There are exceptions to that. Basically, you can't be outside a city zone unless you're in transit. So if you're traveling from city to city, that's fine. You can move your mules about like that, but you can't just park your mules out to capture time of death for monsters, to vendor things and bizarre things. But you can travel and you can do basic quests. Level cap is of course 10, so you can't raise the levels above 10. I'm going to go ahead and say that if you want to get access to the Mog Locker, I don't even know if that's possible, but if it is, go for it. As long as you're not just parking mules and you're not leveling mules that are supposed to be designated on mule accounts. So I'm going to say that's okay. Are there any plans to allow Mog, Sack, and Satchel to be used in the field? I heard it was disabled due to a bug and exploit a long time ago. So I went over this in last week or 2 weeks ago. We talked about the whole reason of limiting inventory was to plan ahead. So if you have a job, say Red Mage, and you have every piece of gear that you own at your disposal, then that Red Mage can become DD, that become a tank, enfeebler, main healer. The goal is to, before you leave town, plan ahead and plan for that role, instead of switching completely switching your roles multiple times in the series of a single fight. So there are no plans to enable that in the field. Will the NPC fight with you signal Pearl ever be implemented? No, because it's just going and leading down to trusts, and ultimately promotes soloing. And while soloing isn't terrible, it's just not the main focus of this server. You know, we're trying to focus on on party play. You mentioned that. Oh god, this question goes on forever. Alright, that question ended up making no sense. What changes were made to the Fey and Notorious monsters? Well, Northern Shadow was added, and the time of death preservation was added to all the monsters there. So if the zone crashed, it wouldn't affect the respawn rate of the monsters. Excuse me for a minute. Actually, now that I'm here, I can do that since I don't have the main camera online. It's not playing well. I'll just go and pop over here to the outpost. If you're in the dunes, or if you're not in the dunes, just pop over to the outpost if you want to smile and get a picture with me. You can do that. And player Callaway is back. That guy, so that guy's, yeah, he's something else. Alright, a couple more questions. Monday, we have a maintenance coming. There's a partial revamp for fishing coming. We have a couple different changes in stability, and there's going to be a couple changes to how ranged works. So look forward to that Monday. Treasures TOAU Phase 2 is being implemented. Our Treasures Phase 2 is about halfway done, so we're making good progress on that. E&Ms, Pandemonium Warden, stuff like that. It's gonna be really exciting. Please look forward to it. But as far as this Maintenance Monday, it's only going to be minor changes and fixes. Nothing big, but interesting stuff, hopefully. Would you ever consider opening up a fresh server alongside the current Nasomi server? I've considered it. Probably not going to go down that route because it would just basically split the population and would never be the server that I want it to be, or the server that it can be. It's very possible that I'm sorry. Going down the line, I'm trying to figure out. Seriously. Hi, Google. Yes, I see you. I see you too. Test server is going to be opened up at some point in the future, hopefully, and it'll be possibly, hopefully, a PvP server, so that it'll be any area outside the main city zones. You'll be susceptible to being killed by other players, as well as monsters. There are currently no plans to add outpost warps to Juno. And I know it's kind of an unpopular thing, but, you know, if you set your home point in Juno, Quiffum Outpost is 5 minutes away. The same thing with, you know, grab a chocobo and head through Rollenberry Fields. Outpost there as well. Yeah, it's just a 5-10 minute run, basically, to anywhere you want. Plus, we have airships, so they're a thing. Not to say that it's never going to happen, but, you know, it's the whole point of the world is, you know, if you have instant travel everywhere, the world begins to feel small. You know, it's one of the things that I really didn't like about Final Fantasy XIV, and it's one of the things that I did like the travel about Final Fantasy XI before all those warps were added. So now that you're incorporating treasures, will 2007 era Notorious Monsters follow? We're looking into that. It's currently not in the priority list right now, but, you know, it's definitely on the list, and see what things is, you know, game breaking versus not. Do you plan to implement chocobo racing in full? Well, first we need chocobo racing, and, you know, that's in the list, but probably not a priority. So yeah, someday it will be nice to have, but, you know, we have a lot to do between now and then that is going to take priority. Oh, hopefully Fix for Cover is coming in on Monday as well. So Paladin Cover, we're going to try and get that straightened out. Yeah, I have a lot of things going on this weekend that I want to try and get fixed. So, Rare EX all Notorious Monster drops. No. Camp them, or if you want the Rare EX versions, do the Open World Notorious Monsters or the BCNMs. Go for it. But the Rare EX is not going on the Notorious Monsters, and there are plans to revert a couple of them that have mistakenly dropping Rare EX versions. So I think King Artho is one of those that's going to be planned to be reverted. Bestock 9.2 fix. That is on my list to do this weekend. And try and get that fixed. It's definitely on my radar. Can we have 2 zones to test alliance bugs? Modifying alliance with a member outside the such. So that's the whole party sync. And it's there. The party sync is mostly fixed from what I understand. There's still a couple aspects of that don't have aren't flowing through to the alliance. but I'm still working on that. A lot of things going on. Could it be possible to give summoners 1 out of era non-Astral Flow Avatar Kate Sith? There's no plans for that. Sorry. Alright, this guy's question looks... Oh, wait, it popped over there. Alright, here we go. Yes. Okay, so this guy's question is specifically like the Kyofu Nin Katana that requires a wind fan in order to proc wind damage. The Reifu Axe and a couple other things. So yeah, that's in the list. They're items that require batteries to do electrical damage. Wind fan to do wind damage, things like that. That is on the radar. And like I said, I can't do winds. This is... winds are extremely hard to pinpoint. A lot of times something that may seem easy is going to take, hours and hours and hours of work. And vice versa, something that seems difficult is going to be... it ends up being, rather easy. So, yeah, it's really difficult to ballpark winds, but yes, it is on the radar. Alright, next question. Any plans to have the NPC... Oh god. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, but it starts with a V and it's in Lower Juno to reset. So it's basically the memory eraser NPC that will let you reset your memories and clear out your artifact quests so you can drop them. So if you drop them, you can redo them. Yes, that's in the works. We're working on that and trying to get that. So if you lost your artifact gear for whatever reason, you dropped it, you didn't have enough room, that's going to be added. So you can redo those quests. Can we enable the purchase of a 3rd race change, please? No. I already gave you 2 race changes. It just ruins the immersion. I mean, if you can't just go bouncing back and forth to whatever race, suits you. If you haven't figured it out, it's the 2nd race change is what you're stuck with. Also, what beer is this? This is Guinness. It's my favorite beer. Everybody says you should try XYZ beer. It's just like Guinness. That's like saying a Pontiac Fiero is just like a Ferrari. It's not the same. Yeah. Originally it was Coke, and then it was Pepsi, and possibly Sprite, but I settled on Guinness. Will you add the Nizul Isle weapon skill quests? I would love to have Death Blossom again as a red mage. So we're currently looking into that, and you know, everything that came with treasures is currently being worked on and looked at, and to see the, you know, possibility to how much effort it's going to be to incorporate, you know, more stuff faster is definitely the way to go, and then trickling stuff that was more complicated and to build up the framework will come later. Can we get sanction buffs? Sanction buffs are coming in phase 2 with the treasures. God. It's more and more difficult, I swear, as time goes on. It's speaking consecutively. Ranger nerf talked about yet? No, we didn't talk about the Ranger nerf. But some changes to how ranged works is going in on Monday, and those are going to be exciting. It's not going to be an across-the-board nerf. Some things are going to get better, some things are going to get worse. Just wait to find out and look forward to it. Alright, let's see. We have a lot of people, 130 people in the dunes. Actually, now that I have that many people here, that is a good opportunity to test something that I've been meaning to test. Dunes, I want to bring up the Dunes server so I can monitor CPU usage. 507, 510. Alright, Dunes is currently using 1.4% of CPU usage. I'm gonna run and test. Everybody dance at 320. And CPU usage is spiking to 16%. Nice. Alright, and what's the network usage too? Alright, I'm currently using 1.5 megs a second in the dunes. Alright, thank you for that test. It's really difficult to get a lot of people in the same area at the same time to get a CPU usage. Anyway, moving on. Any ETA when you'll fix the party bug? The party bug is constantly being worked on. From what I understand, it's a lot better. So, but yeah, it's a moving target. It's better than it was, so always getting better. Does your wife play? No. My wife, she absolutely hates the game. Alright, so when I first met my wife, well, when I first started the server, years and years and years ago, my wife said she wanted to play too. So I rolled her a Ataru, she went out to South Gustaberg, and she couldn't stop running in circles, and she said it was too hard, and she gave up. That was the end of her Final Fantasy career. Does your wife help with the server duties? Yeah, a little bit, actually. She manages the Facebook for the most part. I don't pay attention to the Facebook or Twitter accounts at all, other than posting. So she usually lets me know if something important happens. But yeah. Other than that, she has no clue. She doesn't know how to program. She doesn't know how to code. She doesn't know how to GM. She can't even walk in a straight line in South Gustaberg. Big announcements, not quite yet. We're leading up to that and see how many people we can get watching. Currently, we're at 484. See if we can break 500. Your issue is you rolled her Ataru and Bastok. I started as Ataru and Bastok in 2003. Bastok is the best city. Plain and simple. Gustaberg. Kronstadt Highlands. Love that area. You ever wonder why it's only Sandy's mission 2-3 that breaks and not Bastok? It happens. Will Bastok ever be cleaned? It is an ugly, dirty city. Tell those Gawkas to get on that stuff. You guys have been slacking. What's this game called? Final Fantasy 11. Alright, so as always, at the plan on every stream, I'm probably gonna try and do a weekly recap on Fridays, hopefully. Every stream I'm gonna do a Q&A. After every Q&A, I will after every Q&A, I will clear all the Q&A questions. So it'll start fresh every week. So if I didn't get to your question this week, submit another question or submit the same question again, and I'll try to get to it next time. You can submit your questions by going to Nosomi.com, clicking on the account setting, logging in with your credentials, going to the maintenance, click on any one of your characters, go to the maintenance tab, and your question can be submitted there. Good evening, Nosomi. Are your maintenance fixes automatically installed, or do we need to install them another way? Sorry for the noob question. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay, so your client will never need to change. All changes in maintenance are server side, so you don't need to worry about that at all. Just help myself to another beverage. Actually, the stream here we go. Okay, some of you may have remembered from the last post, or one of the previous streams. The main reason I'm doing this is because I have what's called Broca's aphasia. And this is a sort of physical therapy for me. So, about 2.5 years ago, I had a stroke after sitting in a 24-hour airplane, or 24-hour flight, back from Thailand, Japan. So, basically, if you're sitting for an extended period of time, if you have a flight longer than 4 hours, due to the air pressure, blood clots can form in your legs. Then when you get up and start moving again, the blood clots will transfer to your brain, and result in a stroke. Fortunately, I only was affected in the Broca's area, which is responsible for speech production. Different type of aphasia where there's two types of aphasia. One where you speak gibberish, and that's where the word mappings get mixed up in your brain. Mine is the area for speech production where I have a difficult time not remembering, but I know in my head what I want to say, but it's difficult to speak sometimes. So this is a kind of therapy that will help me, get fixed. Oh, I go all over the world. I've been to Japan, I've been to Thailand, next year hopefully going to Korea. I was in Italy last year. Yeah, I like to travel. Well, more so my wife likes to travel, and I like to keep my wife not angry. So, and plus it's fun seeing, areas of the world, and hopefully someday there's a plan for a competition. So I was playing with this I was playing around with this a couple days, or a couple months or weeks ago. So the idea was there would be a competition on the server, and the winner, I would fly to your city and buy you dinner. So, may not happen this year, but hopefully next year we'll get that underway. And those 24-hour flights are really useful. I take all my code, load it up on my laptop, and just sit and code the whole time. But yeah, hopefully whoever wins that competition lives somewhere interesting. Yeah. And then we get a nice dinner and no game talk allowed. Oh wait, we blew past 500 people watching. 550 people, so I guess it's time for that big announcement. Let me get ready here real quick. Oops, I can't spell. All right. So any minute now. Alright, if you go to Nasomi.com there was an announcement posted right now. The Valentine's Day event is live. And for all you lonely people who are going to be alone on Valentine's Day, Thursday, the February 14th, there will be an experience band event. Yeah, so XP ratings will be enabled on Thursday from midnight to midnight for those of you who have nothing better to do on Valentine's Day. Yeah. But hey, don't knock the Valentine's Day event. Valentine's Day event is an event where you can get some of the best items in the game. Seriously. Do it. Go out and do it. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be guides posted on the website and the wiki and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Valentine's event. So we got some more time. The treasures mobs are too low level. Will that be corrected? Yeah, so we're evaluating, so basically ballpark, level the monsters, treasures areas, based on, you know, what I could find on the wiki and what, you know, the feedback like that is definitely very useful. Valentine's Day event will last for approximately 2 weeks. Typically I try to start events on Fridays, go 1 weekend, 2 weekends, and end after on the Monday after the 3rd weekend. Any chance we can make Jorm's hit points maybe a little less, like 1/3 less or so? No. Unless, you know, you want him to give up his track pants. I mean, hey. Festive Moogles are live now. Actually, the Jormies was not Eru's question. Did Eru have a question on here? Let's see. Nope. He didn't ask a question. Beast. Little Beast asked a question. It's like 3 pages long. Okay, so he's asking about adding Snarl to Beast, and there are currently no plans to add that. But hey, you got some of that reward hit points back, so that's the thing. Will you remove equipment drops from dynamic loot tables for non-playable jobs? Eventually, it's in the plan. trying to get that, but you know, it's not really hurting anything that I know of. So someday it'll get removed. Just last week I removed a spell that was out of era that I missed from an NPC. Yeah, there's so many NPCs in the game. There's so many monsters in the game. There's so many loot tables. Yeah, stuff kind of takes time, but no, Beastmaster is totally a viable job. Swear to God. Hold on. Things are happening. Not getting rid of autoclaim. Autoclaim is not perfect, but you know, it certainly levels the playing field for players, and you know, really helps combat cheating and botting and things like that. Moves aren't working. Wait a minute. Hang on. Oh. Forgot to push the change to the database. Alright, they should be live now, Moogles. Style lock when? Never. Can you add autoclaim to notorious OWNMs? It's actually on the list to do. H&Ms will always have drama. If that's not your scene, that's kind of Final Fantasy itself, so yeah, it's every Final Fantasy 11 is about the nature of competitiveness and the players' fun drama, but yeah. H&Ms are just a bunch of kids killing dragons. They're not all dragons. Some of them are turtles. I think I saw a dog in there, or wolf. Trust me, I think a lot of those H&M camps will be freed up once Phase 2 of Treasures goes live. I enjoy leveling a lot. No other game has group play quite like this. Absolutely. Can we send you packages to a post office box? Please, no mail bombs. No anthrax, no... I prefer not to die. So, thanks for the offer, but I'll have to pass. If I opened that up every other week, I'd probably get a package with a steaming pile of poo from somebody who's disgruntled. When did you turn Treasures on? God, get with the game. That was like weeks. Yeah, like February, mid-December, something like that. Auto HP bug, yes, that exists. We're working on it. Yeah, it's definitely a focus pretty soon. Mining nodes in Halvung are outside the map fix. Yes, so Helm is getting a revamp in probably the next month. With 200-300 people, that wasn't really a big deal. we're nearing 2,000 people online at peak. So it's definitely going to be, Helm is going to need, or has needed for a while, and we'll get a revamp, a total revamp. There's so much chat and spam going on. Can you fix the Black Coney rabbit footprints, please? I really want a saline bow. Wait till Monday and see if you still want that bow. Oh, for those that are complaining about for those that are complaining about the XP rings only active on Valentine's Day, or the XP rings only active on Christmas Day, or only active on Thanksgiving Day, the whole point is the focus isn't to get experience points. Well, it is, but it's only natural in those days that the population kind of takes a bit of a hit. We only see about 80% of the online people at that point, so parties are a little harder, and some people that would otherwise like to have a family or a wife or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I don't judge, don't have that opportunity, and it's just kind of trying to make things a little nicer for those who don't have anywhere else to go. So girls don't play this game. I don't know, because the whole thing in the rules, it is stated game balance issues, real life. I keep having to go over this. Real life versus game life in the rules section. Keep personal matters private. This is a fantasy world which requires a degree of immersion. Gender identification is prohibited. There is no need for anybody to know your gender in this world. The sharing of or publishing of personal information, photos, names, addresses, or life events is not permitted. This is to protect you. You get to protect your privacy, because once something is on the internet, it will never come off. It's really easy to say something once and not realize the lasting consequences and lasting things, lasting effects. Trust me, I have seen it again and again. Once the cat's out of the bag, you can't put it back in. Oh, and other news. There were 0 RMT bannings this week. And that is the first week that this has happened in quite a while. Not to say that it didn't happen, but I was looking for it and I didn't find anything. So, hopefully, it's either eliminated or on the decline, but either way, that's good news. Or my search algorithms haven't caught up with the new methods, and they'll catch up in a couple weeks. And then more players will get banned, and then that'll suck. Where's the festive Moogle in Bistock? In Port Bistock, right next to the Mog House. I literally said it in the post. All botters get banned eventually. Some guys, but player reports are difficult because I have to witness something myself. If I just banned on player reports alone, literally there would be like 4 people left. So I have to witness it. So every time a bot report comes out, I park a character at their character and follow them throughout the world. Fortunately, my follow persists through zones. So, I'm following them everywhere. As you can see, I have quite a few screens. I have 3 40-inch screens, which I run anywhere between 12 to 15 clients on, following a half a dozen people around, testing different things. Garfield, hey, he just stole a twist tie. What's your favorite beard product? Beards don't need products. It just is. How will we know if we've ever been followed? You don't. That's the whole point. See, I live by the philosophy of the 6-in-1 soap. Head, shoulders, beard, hair, feet, everything else. One product. That's all I need. Even if you are being followed and you're not botting, you have nothing to worry about. Did you ever follow me? I have no idea. I have tons of people. I get reports all the time. I have I'm down to about 30 now, flashing PMs that are probably 80% I want to report a botter. And there's very, very little overlap with bot reports, so... Do I watch people due to being bored? I am never bored. Seriously. I have a pretty full life. What? Between my actual job, my second job, which is this, wife, kids, and occasionally I sleep, I pretty much have no free time. Not to mention tractor work, car work, housework. Garfield is a spastic cat, I swear to God. He goes through like these high energy ramps. So as you see, I have a cubicle. I picked up off a Craigslist from an office that was closing for nothing, which is a perfect desk. Even has overhead compartments, filing cabinets, plenty of desk space. And added feature, these padded walls. And Garfield loves to run up and down them. Metalworks elevators. Yeah. It's sore subject. But. What is your actual job? I am a lead data scientist, or the lead data scientist, for a company that specializes in big data. I manage a 2.1 petabyte database with managing the socioeconomic and healthcare data. So basically, I have information on pretty much everybody in the country, and some people not in the country. As far as your living situation, your financial situation, your health situation, your pretty much everything. So, yeah, it's big data, and big data is really exciting. I scrape the crap out of stuff. I parse it with Oracle. Oracle, we just moved to 12C. And basically just create super levels of aggregation, and then sell the information to companies who want to know, a bank comes in and says, hey, are you credit worthy? Do you have, a good life situation? And I can tell them, no, you lead a hazardous lifestyle because you engage in things like rock climbing and parachuting and the ownership of dogs and various other things. Yeah, but Oracle 12C is great compared to what I had at my last company, which was SAP, which is a abysmal disaster. SAP, we spent like $4 billion on the SAP rollout, and after 9 years, it still didn't work right. So, cats are totally better than dogs. Although I think Garfield is kind of like a half-breed. He looks like a cat, but he acts like a dog. He's spastic, he's high energy, he meows all the time. I feed him excessively, and he will eat and eat and eat until he throws up. So, but I mean, the cat is thin as hell. I think he has a thyroid problem or something. But he's a lovable cat. I go and move my foot near him, and he, just flops over and pointy side up. Yeah, he's a good cat though. He's the kind of cat that's always on. Like, you just wake him up and he is ready to play. Extremely playful cat. Yeah, like, he flops hard. Like, barrel roll. And then attacks my feet. And it's really cool, though, because, like, I can put my foot on his stomach and, like, shuffleboard him, like, clear across the room. And he loves it. It's his favorite thing, other than lasers. But, like, I can shuffleboard that cat, like, 15 feet, and he will run back and try and do it again. Why is there level sync on a server that's... Yeah, seriously. Yeah, level sync is kind of something that Square always should have had. Level sync is a double-edged sword. It's good because people kind of... You're able to hone in on that exact level for experience points. I haven't seen the... Stop casting tractor on people. somebody's gonna get... How far should I send them? Goodbye, VXN. No more tractoring for you. Yeah, 10 is a good spot for a level sync. You know, there's plenty of people in pretty much any given window. They didn't get banned, they just got sent to Halfung, which is pretty far. That's usually my go-to place for sending people. Will that test server be transferred or fresh characters? That will be fresh characters. When, if it comes, someday, hopefully. 9.2 is on my list this weekend to hopefully make it into the maintenance on Monday. It's likely just a typo. He's rank 6, so probably... Halvung is not Wings of the Goddess. It's Treasures. And he's rank 6, so probably. Windy 9.2. Windy 9.2 is done up until the BCNM. Basically all the stuff. I just need to get that BCNM working, and then Windy 9.2 will be rolled out. WTG is Whitegate, not Wings of the Goddess. Whitegate. Artifact reset. NPC was already covered in like the first 10 minutes of the stream. Try to keep up. Actually, I've been meaning to sign those Windy NPCs. Let's see. Federation, Akutan. That doesn't need to be in quotes. The SQL handle is invalid. Alright, select star from care inventory where item ID equals 14430. Wait a minute. I signed all these. But this guy has one that I didn't sign. Wait a minute. That guy I thought I banned. Oh yeah, I did. Wait, no. Will you ever bring back Mog House Link Shell? No. Can you imagine 1,610 idiots in the same link shell? Like, seriously, it would completely be broken. Alright, just made a mental note to look into a guy who was supposed to be banned. Well, was definitely banned, but now is back and has an item that should not be possible. The stock rank 10 fix, hopefully Monday, should be live. Yeah. Oh, what to... Alright, I'll do this later. A lot of people have the temptation to cheat. It's only natural in an environment that's this competitive. Final Fantasy XI is it's complicated, but it's a really competitive game where people will use any advantage they have or they can get to any advantage that they can get to over another player. Some people that results in the temptation, at least cheating, but no, it doesn't pay. TOU mission 15 fix when it's in the works. I've had to completely gut the instance code and rewrite it from scratch, so yeah, don't buy gil, that's bad. Don't cheat, don't power level, buy power leveling services, don't do anything that involves RMT, because you're gonna get caught and it's just not worth it. You're gonna lose all your time, all your effort. My goal isn't to ban people that are cheating. My goal is to create a level playing field for all players that will... My goal is to create a level playing field for all players, and that results in the elimination of cheating players. That's the hunting players that are cheating is not the goal, though. Seriously. I can't even target anybody in the dunes. Is Eastern Shadow timed or lotto spawn? Figure it out. Go for it. Go camp him. See what happens. Worm parties in the Ottawa Chasm was not an exploit or cheat, but it was not how the game was intended to be played. So worms grew feet and moved. Alright. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright. Has a big announcement been made? Yes, it has been made. It is live on the front page at Nozomi.com. Some of the best events, or some of the best items were able to be obtained from the Valentine's event, so definitely check it out. Take some time to do it. You'll be happy you did. Any word on Pop? It is in the works. Testing is it's on the priority list. Event is 2 weeks and change. So events, typically I try to start events on a Friday, so the events will last Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then the following weekend, and then the following weekend, and then they end on the Monday following the third weekend. Is a reward from a Valentine's Day event a one-off or can repeat? You can repeat it as many times as you want. Yeah, just the window for repeating is just once a year. Uh-oh. Dunes! Dunes crashed. What happened? My dunes. Let's see if that created a dump. Alright, let's try and get that set up again. Get back into the dunes. Dunes is some of my fondest memories, honestly. Yeah, I learned a lot. Spent a lot of time in the dunes back in the day. Oh no, I'm back. It's the zone line from Selbing now. TOD preservation will be coming for OWNMs soon as well as some crashes scenarios. See if we take care of this. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, that was weird. You just died. You didn't even try to sink me. I'll look into that later. How old are you? Reluctantly, I am 31. I can't believe I'm in my 30s now. It's terrible. I can't believe, 30 is like so old. I'm clinging to 29, for the third time. But, has Square ever tried to shut me down? They haven't. I would imagine if they had, I probably wouldn't be here right now. But if they ever want to come and approach me and have a conversation, I'd be very excited to have it. I can't do that for that. Hopefully it'll be... God damn it. Yeah, 37 is super old. Yeah, I'm having trouble coming to terms with 31. But 31 years of age... I've been through quite a lot over the years. Yeah, and it's a lot of people tell me that I'm much older than I look, or look much older than I am. Yeah, and I think it's predominantly because of the hair. Unfortunately, I lost my hair at a very young age. I was 15 when I started having a receding hairline, and by my senior pictures, I had male pattern baldness, which was pretty horrible. But I pretty much have not changed aging visually since probably 20. So. But I grew up early. I made some not the best decisions in the early years of my life that resulted in a bit of hardship. Will we ever get assault points or ways to rank up without assault points? You will get assault points when assault is introduced. Any event happening? Absolutely. There is a Valentine's event. There's a Valentine's event going on right now and for the past half hour. So... any upcoming nerfs? Maybe. We'll see on Monday. We'll see how that works. Does the Valentine event include experience point rings? Yes. Experience XP rings would be turned on from midnight February 14th until midnight February 14th. Midnight to midnight, 24 hours. For those who have nothing better to do and nobody to love them. Where's my... There we go. Sanction to main city guards? What? There'd be no reason to add sanction to main city guards. Main city guards have signet. You have to go to Whitegate for sanction, and you can only gain sanction points with Whitegate or treasures monsters. Why not have XP rings on all the time? Because it's not the focus of getting to 75 as fast as humanly possible. Yeah, it's the focus of, you know, having fun and experiencing the world. It's all about the journey. There's no end. You don't get to the end of Final Fantasy XI. You know, it's a constantly growing and evolving thing. And things will gradually, things are meant to be more gradual. You know. Oh, what was that one? I missed it. Where is it? Besieged. Besieged is planned, and it's actually currently in semi-functional in the testing server. So is Pup Beast an exploit? No, but it can be used as an exploit, and if it is, it will result in the permanent removal of your character. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Oh, excuse me. That beer just soaks up like a half a pint of beer. It can be exploited for B/Pop, and if you use it, you will be found and caught and castrated. The exploit is getting the puppet to fight, yes. The thing... Deploy. Yes, deploy is a problem. So... If changes are coming Monday, makes me not want to level anything. Changes aren't always bad, believe it or not. Yeah, there's just this other changes last week where Beast got like 1.5 their value of reward. That was awesome. You know. Alright, this guy, he probably needs to go. I hate this chat box. It's tiny. Pop out chat? Oh wait, now I can make it bigger. Hey, that totally works better. What changes are coming Monday? Many changes. Many changes. There is a partial fishing revamp. It's been something I've been meaning to work on, and a certain player has forced my hand. And then there's a couple changes to how damage is calculated, but yeah, you'll get the details on Monday. And well, when I say details, I mean partial details, and some things you'll have to figure out yourself. What kind of fishing revamp? You'll have to figure that out yourself as well. Anyway, details on Monday for the Monday maintenance. Mining hasn't been nerfed. In fact, it'll be better. Probably in the next month, there's going to be a total revamp of that, and there will be more mining points, more accurate retail behavior. So, who is the player that forced your hand? Can we get the first letter now? No, I'm not a fan of publicly shaming people or hanging people out. It's just not what I think. So it's if I remove a player for a minor offense. No, it wasn't. If I remove a player for minor offense, a player should be able. I believe in second chances. If the player wants to come back and start over and play fairly, then absolutely, I more than welcome them back. If I name those people and everybody attacks them, they're probably not going to come back. So yeah, it's all about, the goal is to get everybody on a level playing field and everybody to play fairly and everybody to enjoy and have a fun time. The goal is not to just ban as many people as I can. Re-raise is on the list to be evaluated on how badly it's broken. And once it's past the evaluation phase, then it'll be ranked for how important it is to get it fixed. So if it's breaking 100% of the time, then it's going to be obviously higher than if it's breaking 10% of the time. So, why you need to wait before engaging another enemy? If I kill an enemy, why do I need to wait to pull out my weapon again? So this is a weapon delay is different for actually every type of weapon. If you have hand-to-hand, it's absurdly long. If you have katanas, it's really, really quick, and everything in between. It's because, the re-engaging portion, you need to prepare yourself. It's about realism with the game. It's compared to real life. Argus has time of death preservation. So if the zone crashes, Argus's time of death does not change. So any plans on salvage in the near future? Near is a relative term. If you look at Nozomi.com, there is a treasures roadmap, and that should detail it out for when things are going to be planned to be rolled out. Well, in the order where things are going to be rolled out. Can you put together a Q&A log document in case we miss your question? So basically all the Q&As are going to be logged, and you can skip ahead. I'm not going to transcribe every stream. Hold on for a second. Something's not working. I'll wait in the chat. Will VPNs get you banned? Also, if you travel and it shows different IP linked, will that flag you? No. So only the worst of the players get IP banned and IP linked. So what happens when you can log in from any IP you want, and anywhere in the world. You don't have to register your IP. You don't have to let me know that you're moving, that you're changing locations, that you're logging in from something different, that you're VPNing for whatever reason, probably adult content. But it's you don't have any restrictions like that. So when you log into when you log in from a different IP, yes, there can be overlap in a public IP. So if you log in from Starbucks and then 6 months later some other guy logs in from Starbucks, and then 2 months later that other guy cheats really hard, I IP ban him. I get all the characters that are linked with IP, or linked with the IP history, and ban them. Then, and if you accidentally get picked up in the ban, I will be able to see when that character was banned and when those IP logs were taken. And I will be able to see, and that actually happened to 2 people from Canada, who one guy logged in from a public IP, and then 6 months later another guy logged in from public IP. And the one guy cheated really hard and got permabanned with IPs and everything like that. And then I accidentally scooped up another guy who was not related to him because they had a a shared IP history. So, that guy who got mistakenly banned sent me a private message on NASChat or Nasomi.net, Nasomi.com/chat. The premier way to contact me for any of your questions. Please be relevant. But, he contacted me and was like, hey, I was banned and I don't know why, what's going on. Can you look into it? And I looked into it, I pulled his history, I pulled the banning reason, I saw what was happening, and I, pulled the IP history with the banned character and the actual guy who was contesting his ban, and saw that they were like 6 months apart. So I let him out. He obviously wasn't connected to the actual guy who was breaking the rules. If you can't get NASChat to work, use Chrome or Java or Flash or even Internet Explorer works, or Edge. They work with NASChat. I have tested it myself. Firefox has been a memory hog for years, and now Chrome is too. But Chrome spawns it in different processes, so you can kill the individual Chrome tabs without killing Chrome altogether. So the lesser of two evils, Chrome. The worst of two evils, Firefox. And Internet Explorer eats paste in the corner. Anyway, it is almost 10 o'clock, so I'm going to try and wrap things up, guys. I'm going to clear out the logs. Let's see. Alright, Q&A questions have been cleared, so feel free to submit them, new questions for the stream next week. If you don't know how to submit Q&A questions, go on to Nasomi.com, go to the accounts page, click on login, and click on any character, go to the maintenance tab, and submit a question. And I think we're going to wrap this up. Good luck. Happy hunting. I have a lot of stuff to do this weekend, but be good, don't cheat, have fun. Alright?